One.
Well, we're here at the Lightrail Cafe, and this is the first real jazz series that Lightrail Cafe presented. And this is our, as I said earlier, this is our maiden voyage. So we're hoping to bring good, original, and classical jazz music to this community, which is located in Ward F, Jersey City, New Jersey. So it's very important to have good live music. It's classical, classical jazz music. So anyway, this is our opening Spirit of Life ensemble here at the Lightrail Cafe. So I'm glad that folks that did come out experience the night and they're able to spread the word as to what we're doing here. The second Thursday of each month. So the next one would be July 14th. And therefore beyond that, but the second Thursday of each month is the jazz at the Lightrail Cafe, which is located at Union and Randolph Avenue, right up the street from the Garfield Avenue Lightrail station, and soon to be open, Berry Lane Park. So once again, thank you very much. We are the Spirit of Life Ensemble.
Now, Daoud, you've been involved in promoting jazz music and the arts in Hudson County, New Jersey, the world for that matter. What is this, this maiden voyage? I know it means so much to you, but I wanted to just get a personal take on what it is for you in terms of the art form in and of itself.
It's important. I mean, we've done a lot of, we've been together for 41 years. So we've done a lot of concerts in a lot of different places. And as well as being a Monday night big band at Sweet Basil Jazz Club in New York City. We were there for almost like 6 years. And so this is the first time to set up a series right in our own neighborhood, which is in desperate need of live music, especially jazz music. So we're trying to carry on the tradition of live music in our neighborhoods.
Right. And this is a return not only of jazz, but I mean the arts in of itself is on an upswing for the most part in our area. So where do you see the role of the artistic form of jazz in the visual arts in of itself?
Well, they all go together. So whether it's painting, theater, photography, whatever, it's all connected. It's all interconnected in that. So music is another big vital part of the art experience. So the main thing too that we point out is that in spite of whatever the art is, this music is America's music, and it was created by an African American, and it was given to the entire world to appreciate. And we had so many legends, so many gifted artists over the eons that contributed to this music. So we're just following that tradition. We just want to bring this very noble and heroic tradition of jazz music to this community of Ward F, Bergen Lafayette, that they could come. They don't have to go to New York or somewhere else to hear.
And it's convenient. It's right here, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
It's right here on the corner, a block away from the Garfield Avenue light rail stop. which you can get the Lightrail right out of Exchange Place via Manhattan. In fact, we're more close to a lot of we're more close than some of the clubs in Lower Manhattan than
It's so convenient, and you got a good community around here. It's just them becoming aware of what we're doing,
right.
and growing, the popularity in that. So it's so important. I mean, we travel, we go to.
What are some of the places? Not just in the United States, but some of the places Spirit of Life has traveled the world.
Okay. We'll start with France. We've been in many places in France, in particular. Paris is like.
And this is a local. Keep in mind, I'm speaking to the audience, Daoud. Keep in mind, this is a local Jersey City ensemble, jazz ensemble that has actually traveled the world. So, people would be surprised, if not hopeful of the artistic expression in jazz that's right here in Jersey City. And it's been here for many years. It's like a hidden jewel.
41 years.
You speak of a maiden voyage. This is like a hidden jewel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like 41 years. And some of the artists, as I understand, the Spirit of Life has actually, evolved and changed. Many different musicians have come through Spirit of Life and have, made a career of performing. Can you name some of those artists that aren't with Spirit of Life today, or you expect to come back through at some point?
I'd like to mention two that we miss them tremendously, and they were great artists with a long legacy. That was Ted Curson, trumpet player, who passed away. Jolie Wilson, another fantastic singer, passed away. Both of them around the same time.
I remember some of the early ensemble, the early musicians: Bill Cody, Marvelous Blackman, Jimmy Anderson. I can go down the list. Billy Hotnick, the drummer, Artie Sims. A lot of local
Lyles brothers.
Yeah, the Lyles brothers. So many different local Jersey City people have actually.
Yes, over the years, it's a long list.
Yeah.
Great.
Which is a great tradition. You know what I mean? It's it's a great tradition.
Let me point this out. That recently we lost Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Okay. Right here in Jersey City, we performed for Muhammad Ali.
I remember that.
Lincoln Park.
Right, at the casino in the park.
In the back,
Right.
where the picnic area is, and they had the Lightrail cafe. They had the showmobile,
Right.
and we performed on the showmobile for Muhammad Ali. And he
What
came
year
up
was
on
that?
Stage. It had to be 78 or
79, yeah, before the 80s. I remember that.
And Muhammad Ali got the key to the city.
That was Thomas F.X. Smith was the mayor of Jersey City back then.
And they boxed.
Right. That was the infamous pose. And you yourself was a boxer. You yourself was a boxer in Jersey City.
For 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
Here. But Muhammad Ali, we are so privileged to have him here and to perform on stage. And he came on stage with us. Excuse me. One of our artists gave him a portrait of himself. All right, good. Gave a portrait to him on stage. That was Yabaka Hill.
Yabaka Hill, yeah. Which was one of the early percussionists.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you fast forward, we got a call to come to Louisville, Kentucky. All right, take care.
This is a busy night, as everybody can see. Daoud is being greeted and so forth, as folks exit. But we wanted to get this CleffNotes Studios is going to be hopefully coming through and trying to, help you promote, help spread the life, and help Lightrail Cafe promote, what's going on in terms of the jazz. It's not, we do it in Essex County. We do it a couple of places in Essex County, and I had looked so, as you know, or probably well aware of, I've looked so forward to working with some local people here to promote the jazz, and there are some spots, but to me it's just not consistent enough, and so I'm looking forward to the consistency.
Be sure to do a sweep around just to make sure you get everything.
Now, the thing I wanted to, we were talking about Muhammad Ali. Fast forwarding to several years after Ali was here, we get a call to come to Louisville, Kentucky to perform at the Louisville Jazz Festival. And we're brought in by the director of the Louisville Jazz Festival, which was Muhammad Ali's cousin, named Ken Clay.
Right.
So he brought us in and we did a show, and he loved the band, and he brought us back 2 more times after that. The last time we were there, they just laid the foundation for the Muhammad Ali Center.
Something that just came to mind too, Daoud. The Spirit of Life is has not just performed jazz. You perform, in fact, several of your CDs include some reggae hits, some salsa. I mean, the band itself is so diverse that it has, in fact, you guys have promoted not only the arts but also a consciousness, a sort of cultural consciousness incorporated in what the band does in terms of performance. Talk a little bit about that, like some of the performances back then.
That's the music in that sense is ingrained in social justice.
Right.
And so
this is raw, so we want it to be. I know.
You tie in social justice with the music.
Right.
And that's always been a part of our conversation musically. But the thing is, it's important to bring up issues, to get it. It's not just come and feel good. It's like, what can we do to change the world to make it better?
Right. And that follows in the traditions, of course, of many. Billie Holiday, to name a few. Ray Charles was, incorporated a lot of that in even what they were doing. So that, that is along the lines of the jazz tradition. In fact, jazz, as you mentioned earlier, was birthed, out of slavery. And it was a social expression for people that wanted to be slaves.
We're not taping, right?